the fuck is wrong with this shit?
We should be good, saying we live. Let me check
there
it.
you go. There you go. We live. We live right now.
It ain't doing nothing when I checked it.
Hold on.
Yeah, we live.
There it is.
We good. All right, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kahagadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that do teach and rule well, and salutation to the Akims that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, you brothers enduring to the end. And in today's lesson or topic, we won't get to this basically the Shabbat lesson, as we always do from week to week. We just want to cover the parameters of basically to whom much is given, much is required. All right. So as the Lord have given us this truth and wisdom and knowledge, all right, it's also parables that come with the knowledge and wisdom, man, with the treasures of wisdom. All right. So, you know, as we constantly endure and carry on, we must take the stance as basically keeping ourselves grounded and settled in order to stabilize ourselves to keep this truth and walk with it until the end. As we went into the video, the beautiful video the elder brother did on our pre-camp lesson, man. You see, so as you approach the truth, all right, and the truth is a vast variety of learning, understanding, and knowledge and wisdom, man. You're not gonna be able to retain every single thing, which the scriptures give us guidelines on that. So as you can retain, you get what you get and grow thereby, that the Lord may enhance your spirit, all right, vehemently, all right. You know, because he say, I'm gonna make you of a quick understanding, but you gotta have faith that the Rakakadash will be able to guide and lead you, man, through the way of wisdom, man, the word. Okay, so let me get that first precept. I think it's Luke. I believe it's Luke 12.
I got it. Luke 12 and 48.
Yeah.
This is Luke 12 and 48. Yahweh shall speak. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
Yeah.
For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required.
Right. And the Lord have given us different measures of this truth. Okay. He gave some men of it in abundant, some men of it, measure of it in a, I guess, medium and small measures. All right. As the men of the talent is a carbon copy of the men of the talents. One man had 1 talent, one had 2, one had 5. All right. But the principal point of the matter is, to whom much is given, of him much is required, man. All right. And it's a burden or yoke that we carry, and it's true of understanding that, man. You see, if one of y'all brothers can give me Ecclesiastes 1 and 18, Baba Kasha, and if one of y'all brothers got the online etymology, get the word required in the online etymology. I'll get it. I'll get the word.
I get it.
I got that. Right. Ecclesiastes.
Give me that Ecclesiastes 1 and 18.
Con. This is Ecclesiastes 1 verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief.
Yep.
And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Right. So in much knowledge is much grief. You ready to carry that grief with that wisdom and knowledge, Jake? Because coming into this thing, this is a long walk, man. It's a marathon. All right. It's gonna get, this truth send you through different types of climate: mud, rain, thunderstorms, floods. All right. But hey, you must know how to make the proper adjustments for the attire you need to withstand every climate that come your way. Snow, all right, sleet, hey, you got to be able to equip yourself with the words of the scriptures that you may be able to endure throughout all these elements that you have to face in the truth, man. Because there's levels to everything, man.
You gotta learn how to adapt, man.
Adapt. Yeah, we're gonna get that word.
I got that word required.
All right, go ahead. You got require or required?
Required.
All right, go ahead.
It says required, necessary for relief or supply.
No, eat required, not required.
Require.
Yeah, without the D.
All right. It says require to ask a question, inquire, to petition, to demand,
Uh-huh.
seek to know.
Yep.
It says request,
Go ahead.
demand to do something,
All
to
right.
ask for.
Right. It says to ask for imperatively or as a right. All right. It says go down and read the definitions real quick because I want you to get to the last two
It
of them.
says require as useful, just, or proper.
Yep.
Consider obligatory, request and accept, expect.
Right. It says consider obligatory, man, as an obligation. So when you carrying the words of the Lord, it's gonna become an obligation, man. You see? And once this have became an obligation, those things that once were obligations to you have to what? Take a back seat. All right, towards the things that are more important and more essential. That's more pivotal in your life now, man. All right, it's a changing of the guards. You see, some of the things you have to give up in order to get certain things, man. That's the measure the Lord require of you. Go ahead.
It says make someone do something.
It say wait. It say make someone do something. To whom much is given, much is required. So the Lord is making us do this work, man. We really don't have a choice, man. We didn't let our resistance go of ourselves and allow Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to guide and direct us, man, and lead our paths. You see, we have no longer looked to ourselves to triumph in life, man, but we look to this word to be what? Our focus, man. You see, go ahead.
It said, well, the last one says have need of.
Yep, want, a need. So we need, to whom much is given this word. Once we got it, hey, we need it now from that point on. All right, we have basically gained soul ties with it, you know. And if Jake, you don't really know what soul ties is, that's when you have basically married and became one with, man. All right, we have allowed the word to suck with us and become one with it, man. All right, one with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You see, it says to want or need. You see, y'all brothers got something, or we're gonna go to that next precept.
Yeah, I got one for you.
All right, go ahead, Doc.
This is Luke 14. I'll start at 26, and this is Yahushua speaking. Hey, just to back up what you were saying, hey, when we came into this thing, we had to decrease the things we cared about in this world and increase in our path to follow after Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
This is Luke 14. I'm gonna start at 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yeah, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Verse 28, for which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
Right. If I can add to that, to sufficient to fit it, meaning fit for something. All right. Fit goes into sufficient. All right. Which, and if you're sufficient for the truth when the Lord give it to you, then he have what? Girded you up from the beginning to carry it, man. So when you leap onto this threshold, you got to start, hey, you got to measure your hands to getting to work, to plowing, man. All right. And keeping your hands on the plow as you working. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 29, lest haply, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
So, hey, that's one. If something is required of you, if you have signed the contract, all right, stating I'm gonna have this building built, the wiring, electric, the flow down, all right, the beams, the columns of support, the pillars. I'm gonna have everything done in this contract in the excess amount of time. then if that's not done, then you have breached the contract, which whoever you have made that contract with or deal, then they can breach your money that they got to pay you, man, according to where the contract is set up. So it's the same thing as this truth, man. There's a reward come with the working of our hands, man. All right. And by our working of our hands, we shall be rewarded. The Lord gonna reward every man according to his doings and his deeds. All right. But the Lord also gave you a duty to do. So this is what's expected of you. All right. And the Lord expect out of every man his expectations that he gave upon that man to be able to fulfill those wishes of that which is commanded of him. Because once we get the truth, we are commanded to go in the way which the truth tell us to go, man. You see? Go ahead. They got more?
That was it.
Okay.
Got some,
Go ahead.
got something for you. This Galatians 6, I'm gonna start at 4. It says, but let every man prove his own works, and then shall he have rejoiced in himself alone and not in another. For every man shall bear his own burden.
Yep. So when a man prove his own work, that means what? He's going quietly about his business and handling his business, not being a busybody, all right, taking advantage of his leisure time. And also, when you do work upon something that established for you, hey, it's credibility in that, man. You know, you could say, then when a man work for something, man, he look after it as well, bro. Because when you have worked for something, you cherish it. All right. Not only do you cherish it, but you take heed in what you work for and how you work for it, man. All right. You don't just throw it any kind of way or do anything with it, man. You make sure you handle business with it. But it says, and when you prove your own work, that means you're taking up the responsibility the Lord have given unto you, man. Which that goes into what? Much is required. And the thing that is required of you, man, you have inquired of the Lord and he have allowed you to fulfill it. You see? Go ahead.
If you don't mind me saying, you know, just getting into that, for every man shall bear his own burden. You know, this thing is about responsibility, man. You know, the Heavenly Father allow all of us to understand that we have something that we have to take care of, and we can't get around it. You're gonna have to meet that thing head up, man. You know, and the only way that you can get over that obstacle is if you deal with it, man. You know, it says, let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. You know, because this truth is beneficial, man. You know, and everything that's being taught to us, hey man, it will help you. It will help you be more established. You know.
Hey, I got one to back you up. One of you brothers get Sirach 38 and start at 24. Because this is what you're saying. This is what the brother Kaya is saying, man.
This is the book of Sirach.
This is how it should be. This is how you should liken the doing the work of the Lord, man. All right, because like I say, basically the much wisdom and knowledge that you gain coming up in the word is much more is required of you. All right, more responsibility, more things is going to be asked of you, man, based on those different talents that the Lord has bestowed on you, man. I bring it out real fast so we can run through it.
This is Sirach 38 and 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that had little business shall become wise.
Did you not just say that, Kaya?
Yeah.
Did you
He
not
that have little business, yeah, that's on point. He that have little business become wise, because he have put the mass majority of his business, if not all his business, into this truth, which we have. We have put this first, and then everything under the banner of that falls in line, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, he has some more. Keep going. Go to 20, all the way down to 28.
It says, verse 25, how can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorified in the gold that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks?
Yeah, dealing with working basically working with your hands. All right. Because there's two types of work. There's working of this truth, and then it's working of your hands, man. Your physical working, man. All right, go ahead, Art.
Come, verse 26. He giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the keen fodder. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and watch to finish a work.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the
Go
finish
ahead.
work. You wanna see the ending process of that. You know, and like we always talk about down here.
Yep.
If you're sitting up here making something with your hands, whether it be a picture, whether it's constructing a beat, a song, whatever it may be that you do with your hands, you want to see the end work to say that I took pride in doing that. I made it all the way through to finish it. Same thing comes with this work, man. This body of work. You know, even with your camp, you're supposed to take love in this thing, all right, to fashion the camp in a manner, man. All right, making sure things on point, making sure things are accounted for. All right, go ahead.
Right. And it says, verse 28, the smith also sitting by the anvil, and considering the iron work, the vapor of the fire wasted his flesh, and he fighted with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He sit in his mind to finish his work, and watch to polish it perfect.
Yeah, the same thing with a true man of the Lord. You know, and we working in Esau's captivity, man. We all have been in that place where you woke up on a Saturday, fully clothed, got in your uniform or your school uniform, and you got your ass up and got on the bus. You went drove to work. The same thing. You should have that same attitude when it comes to this word. You should live, breathe, and actually shit this thing, man. It got sometimes I dream, and I be thinking of scriptures and stuff, bro. Thinking of things of the body, man.
Yeah.
So this is how it should be with you, you know. But you got it out. I just wanted to bring that part out.
No, that was on the point, man. Hey, he right. Because if one can work until he basically hear the effects and sounds of whatever you do, forklift, boom, 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 backing up, on his day to day, how much more is it required of you to hear these scriptures as a reminder in your head? Or if a word, how you think brothers get scriptures off brothers? Because they hear a word and then it bring them to another place, another scripture. You see? Which that means they've been working in the truth and laboring in the truth. All right, we're not fly-by-day people. You don't just walk up to us and have a conversation with us and we don't know what we're talking about. We can't back it up. All right, because what? We have did homework. All right, we have studied long hours. We have went into words. We have broke definitions down. All right, we have measured. We have measured the situation. Okay.
I got another precept. It's in the same. You can break it down. It's in the same chapter. Sirach 38. I'm gonna jump down to 33 and read to the end. It says, "They should not be sought for it in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They should not sit on the judging seat, nor understand the sentences of judgment." It says and it's talking about a person, like a worker, cannot desire justice and judgment, and they should not be found where parables are spoken, but they will maintain the state of the world, and after their desire is in the work of their craft, man.
Yeah.
It's talking about like an actual worker. If whatever you desire to put your mind to, you're gonna become that. You're gonna become an embodiment of that. But if you put your mind in the world, you're only gonna maintain the world, man. I'm gonna read it again. It says, but they will maintain. It says, let me have to go right here. Let me go back to it says back to half of 33. It says they cannot desire justice and judgment, and they should not be found where parables are. Parables are spoken, but they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of the craft of their craft.
They craft, yeah.
It goes back to, if you don't mind me saying, it goes back to wherever your treasure is, that where your heart be also. You know what I mean? I got a quick precept too.
I got one too.
All right, come.
Somebody get James 4:4 for that brother too, man. That's what it goes into. James 4:4 real fast for
I got it.
The brother.
This is the book of James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh?
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh.
Sure.
Right. Working the world. Getting it in the world, man. But not putting it in the spiritual realm, man. That's why I said when we work, we build up our spiritual bank account. Well, Jake work here. Jake build his physical bank account up. Jake always after the bag. All right. He's committed and indebted the Esau working system. All right. To what? To build his financial wages up. Jake only go to Esau job to build his financial wages. Well, the men of the Lord do the work of the Lord to build up their spiritual wages, man. You see? It's two types of work. It's two types of work. And one of y'all brothers hold on deck Sirach 7 and 15. Baba Kashak, go ahead with your precept, bro.
The scripture said that you can't serve God and mammon. It's impossible, man.
That's right. That's right. So if it's given to you to serve this word, it's required of you to serve the word in full fashion, not half-ass, not a little bit, not 60%. The Lord wants 100%. The Lord like, look, give me and you good. Yeah. I ain't got no issues with nothing, man. You see? But Jake made that so difficult because Jake want to walk that thin line trying to please the world and please the Lord. You just got to serve the Lord, man. That's what he requires of you. And one of y'all brothers hold on deck, Micah 6 and 8, one of my favorites. Go ahead, Dwight.
This is 1 Corinthians 3 and 8. It says, now he that planted and he that watered are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his labors.
According to your labor. A reward is according to what you are doing. All right. That's why it says, man, hey, look, if it says let no man take thy crown, that means you gotta work for your crown. That's an individual statement right there. Yeah, we're working together, but it says let no man take your crown. That means you're working for your crown.
I mean, you gotta defend it.
Huh?
I mean, you gotta defend it.
Yeah, you gotta defend it, man. You see, there's a labor for reward. And for every reward, there's a requirement for it. You was required to do something to get a reward. Nobody gets rewarded for nothing, man. That, you know, Jay, oh, y'all just doing that. Man, we're doing this to get a reward. Like, we got to get that ultimate reward. We're looking for that reward and nothing less. We're looking for the hopeful elect, which we know is all upon the Lord. Abba Rakazah, we pray that we part of that 144, but we working for to be part of that 144, man. Nothing less. Nothing less, man. We working. That's our mindset, man. You see? Because that's the ultimate prize. And you must be laboring for the ultimate prize, man. It says put on as the elect. So what you think? Putting on is working. And the scroll your behavior. That's putting on as the elect. We desire to be the 144,000 men, man. That's why we have dedicated and donated our lives to this thing, man. You see?
Got a little bit more for you. Yeah. It says, for we are laborers together with Yahweh. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building.
We is building. So in a building is required what? Maintenance, man. Even when you build a building up, you got to still maintain it. You got to change the air filters out. You got to buff the floors. You got to clean the windows. All right. You got to dust the place. You got to clean the bathrooms, man. It's still requirements, man. It's never done. You're never done until you're in a spirit, till you've been changed. And even after you've been changed, You still gotta work for the Lord. Not in that way, but in a spiritual manner. Go ahead.
And that comes with, like the scriptures say, examining thyself. Even with a house, a building, you still gotta throughout the year, you gotta examine the building, make sure the foundation ain't cracking, make sure the air ducts and shit is flowing through the HVAC system and shit. You gotta same thing with yourself, but you're actually considered a house, man. In a way, in the truth, you gotta maintain yourself. Make sure your mental capacity is all together, man. Your faculties and your spiritual understanding is on point, man.
That's right.
All right, and sometimes that comes with other people examining you, man, probing you and sharpening you. It all comes. It's a full circle in this thing. You can't just sit up here. I was talking to two brothers today, man, and that scripture, I think it's one of y'all can get it. It's 1 Corinthians 11:31. I believe that is it.
I had a little bit more on this.
But give me that first Corinthians.
I got it.
We got it.
Bring it up.
It says, for if we were 1 Corinthians 11:31, for if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged.
Yeah, because you're judging yourself, man. And of course, you're gonna be right in your own eyes. Of course, you're gonna be, I don't see myself doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking up, but it takes somebody else to point out or critique you to see, things that you're missing, man. Because like if you're driving a car and you left your gas cap open or your tires going on the flat, how can you know that unless the signal or some shit in the car say something? Really, it takes somebody for you to say something. Hey, you dragging somebody in your car, your gas cap open.
Yeah.
So sometimes it takes somebody else to examine you, man, to actually, get you up to speed on things, man. That's why you say iron sharpen iron, but you got it out.
Yeah, I got you. Now, this Proverbs 18:17. This is just what you just said. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor coming and searching him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let you know what's up. Because you're gonna seem right to yourself. All right. But
yeah, you judging yourself. How you judge yourself? I mean, you can examine yourself, but goddamn.
Yeah, but that's why the Lord give us brothers, so we can help one another,
Yeah.
This 1 Corinthians 3:10. It says, according to the grace of Yahweh, which is given unto me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builded thereon. Yeah. But let every man take heed how he builded thereupon.
Yeah. So when you have done which is required of you, okay, you're gonna take heed lest you fall, man. All right, you're gonna take heed how you did it, what you still need to do. Because once you plant that seed, you still gotta water it. All right, you gotta watch it grow. You gotta nourish it. All right, it's a process. Trust the process, man. This is the process of requirements of the Lord. And it's gonna be labor. For anything earned is worked for. You see, if you get something that you didn't really work for, it's a gift, huh?
And anything we're having is we're working for, man. Anything that's worth something.
Yeah, and when you work, you labor. Give me that Sirach 7:15. You finished already?
Yeah, I'm done.
Give me that Sirach 7:15.
And you always gotta take heed that the Lord will replace you if necessary to bring in somebody to understand the requirements that is given,
Yeah. Requirements come at a steep price, man.
Hey, because another thing, because we didn't deal with men like this, man. You can't sit up here and ride. You gotta examine yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like that, like on a game, they have a part in the game, a mode in the game where you can capture the flag and defend the flag. Well, that goes into your crown. You gotta actually go capture it, go get it. And once you get it, you gotta defend it. But you can't sit up here and ride on another man's back. All right, for your wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and your upkeep, man. You gotta go get it for yourself. All right, not in the sense because brothers are all in this thing to help each other, but you have to get
work
this
out
knowledge.
Your own salvation.
Huh?
Work out your own salvation.
Right, and I have a precept for that too. One of you brothers get it for me real fast because I'm looking for this other one. This is Sirach 40 and 29. This is that one verse, and it goes into it's gonna get it.
I got you. It's Sirach 40 and 29. It says, the life of him that depended on another man's table is not to be counted for a life.
Yeah, man, you can't ride another man's back in this thing. You got to get these scriptures. You got to get these, the wisdom, not understanding, and these responsibilities, and then different things that come, because more that comes with this thing, man. You can't ride another man's back. You have to get it. All right, go ahead.
It says, for he polluted himself with other men's meat.
Yeah.
But a wise man will nurtured will beware.
Well nurtured. Well nurtured.
Well nourished.
Well nurtured.
Yeah, that's well set, well fit. Well, he's sufficient. All right. He have taken the tools that the Lord that's just like the Lord give us all a garden and tell us grow your food, grow your crops, grow what you need. And a man see you growing and being plenteous, and he hating the fact you being plenteous. Well, hey, you got to work with your own hands in your garden. The Lord gave you the tools, the garden. He give you the rain, the increase. All right. That's why the scriptures tell you this in Sirach 7 and 15. Get it real quick. It goes into what you had read in 1 Corinthians, Ariel.
Yeah, this is Sirach. Oh, go ahead.
Sirach 7 and 15. Hate not laborer's work, neither husbandry which the Most High had ordained.
See, it says, hate not laborer's works. So the law, Yahweh ordained us to work with labor, because that's when you get the most out of a man, when he's laboring, man. Right? You get his energy. He gonna put his energy in towards that. Every time we be at work and we just cooned out for working, we see we got buku tickets in the system of buku. It's time to get to work. It ain't no bullshitting around. All right. We still required to go home, take a bath, eat shit, shower, shave. Right. We still got a life after work. So if we don't never get work over, then we ain't gonna be able to go home, man. All right. So hey, the Lord ordained us to work with our strength and our might, man, into this truth. Ultimately, you see. But go ahead.
I had this one real fast. It comes with this too. This is Sirach. No, this is my bad. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 18. It says, in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's beautiful. It came out again. hey, what we gotta carry. Hey, when you have taken up your cross and denied yourself, man. All right. And when you go into that word deny, man, it slipped my mind. God damn. But when you go into that word deny, I just gotta get it. I can't do that. Go ahead and speak real quick. Let me just get it. I don't want to quote it. Give me 1 Corinthians 4 and 11. Well, that 1 Corinthians 4, 1 and 2. Salaki.
This is 1 Corinthians 4, verse 1. Let a man so account of us as of the ministers of Hamashiach and stewards of the mysteries of the Most High.
Yeah, servants. All right. Okay, go ahead.
Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful.
Hey, so it's required in stewards that a man be found faithful, man. You know what faithful is? Loyal, dedicated, committed, locked in, man. So when the word diligent, so when the word was given unto us, it was required of us that we remain faithful to the end. Then Paul said, I fought the good fight. I have kept the faith. All right. That's how you remain faithful, man. Even if debt, because not even in debt shall depart us from the love of the Mashiach Yahushua, man. All right. Even in debt, that's working. You laboring, man. All right. You see? Read 12 for me.
This is 1 Corinthians 4, verse 12. And labor, working with our own hands, Being reviled, we bless. Being persecuted, we suffer it.
Yep, go ahead.
Verse 13. Being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscoring of all things unto this day.
Right. For being defamed, for working, being reviled, for being persecuted. All these things come with laboring in the truth, man. All right. You're entitled to basically be what? Have no honor, man. To be dishonorable to the world. Because you're doing that which is contrary to the world. So the world gonna look at you amiss. They're gonna wag their hands at you, man. Because they don't have the strength and the intestinal fortitude to labor, all right, and go through what we go through, man, and deal with what we deal with. You see, which is the burden of yoke is not really heavy, all right. Once you commit yourself to anything, it comes like that, then, man, because your mind is set up on it. You see?
Hey,
I got a precept.
Can I get that word? Can I get that word? Stewards in the Strongs, and if you don't mind, why get a precept to back it up?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the word stewards in 1 Corinthians 4, verse 2, Strong's G 3623.
Strong's G 3623.
Oikonomos, which reads in the outline of biblical usage, a manager of household or of household affairs,
yep,
especially a steward, manager, superintendent, to whom the head of the house or the proprietor has entrusted the management of his affairs, the care of receipts and expenditures, and the duty of dealing out the proper portion of every servant and even the child not yet of age.
Now think about that. Oh, that's heavy, bro. And you got to think about it. The Lord have made the men of the Lord the money changers, man. All right. We are in charge of making sure people get the exact word of the Lord, the right, correct word. All right. To what? To guide their lives, man, and their affairs. It tell you a good man lended with favor. And a good man lended with favor. It's Psalms 112 and 5. Go ahead, out.
Oh, Con. And this is just a precept I wanted to get to back up this word stewards, because it says a manager of a household or of household affairs. And if you're managing household affairs, what does that make you? A workman or a worker. Yep. And you're working in the house of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, keeping up yourself, keeping up the brothers, and keeping up edifying the flock. And
hey, let me bring this out. Salaki, go ahead. Salaki. Go ahead. Salaki. All right, come. Shalom, Mike. Y'all about to Shabbat. I'm about to go to work.
All right, shalom.
Yeah, come on. This is Psalms 112 and 5. Real quick. It says, a good man showeth favor and lendeth, and he will guide his affairs with discretion. Because you said he was a manager of the house, right?
Con.
Right. So a man who's a manager, he's guiding his affairs with discretion, with prudence, with wisdom and insight, man. Knowing what's required of him. Knowing that he have to lead in righteousness, man. All right? He got to lead to what? Gather in the flock, not separate the sheep. You see? That's a man who guides with honor of the Lord, okay, and fear of the Lord. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say this too. And with that manager, all right, he knows what's required of him. He knows what's required of that house. But sometimes not all houses are built the same. Some houses are bigger than others. Some houses are smaller than others. Some houses it takes a lot to mop the floor, run the light bit. The lights might be more than others, you know. So he has an insight, an understanding of that too. He knows what he's getting himself into. Same thing with you. You got to know what you're getting yourself into, man. All right? Because like I said, with much wisdom, basically I'm roughly paraphrasing, much required. So the amount of years that you put in this thing, you're going to be much required of you with much wisdom. So if you do breakdowns and understanding, you got responsibility, you're diligent, well, you might get a position. And with that position comes hard work, man. dedication, and it comes with more responsibility. So the same
right.
thing with the Lord when he bestows on you all type of understanding of history, all type of understanding of different conflicts in the world with different people, knowing different events that happen and times and dates. That's a lot. So much required, and a lot of times what that happens too. A lot of times on the back end of that, it's much more attacks from Satan. The spiritual demon Satan and demons attack you even more with much wisdom in this thing, man.
Yeah.
Much more hell is going to be put on you, man. It went from not having a job to then there you just left alone. Like everybody left your ass, man. You in a 1-bedroom apartment by your damn self, man. You know, your car gone, everything. Sometimes it happens that way. And it's all based on the wisdom and knowledge that the Most High has bestowed on you, man. All right, He didn't give you more talents than the other birds. You got to swing them talents, man. You got to flip them. Can't give up now. You got to keep on going, man. Go ahead, you got it.
Hey, because wisdom is a gift of the Lord. When He give you a gift, the Lord have given you a skill. A talent going to a skill, man. All right, a skill to serve the Lord above what others can do. Are those that don't have the skill, man. That's why we have a variety of skills upon us, man. You see, because we serving the Lord in a way that He wants us to serve Him accordingly. This is Sirach 1:19. It says, wisdom raineth down skill and knowledge of understanding, which is when the Lord give you wisdom, you rain down knowledge of understanding now through your skill. All right, and exalted them to honor that hold her fast. All right, which when you're exalted to honor, you're promoted in a way of righteousness, man. Okay, you want to say something?
And can one of you brothers go back and get that word requirement?
Requirement.
You want the blue letter or the online letter, Marvin?
Go and get in the blue letter. Maybe both of them.
You got it.
I'm gonna say
you got it, Ryan.
Because these different positions that brothers have. It's like, for instance, let's take Apostle to her. When much is given, much is required. Imagine that man's position. Much is required of him. He got to answer. He got to answer basically to younger brothers that's want all type of questions and stuff. He got men that's under him. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. That man is basically, you know, much so he had a prominent position in Israel, man. So it's a lot of required of him, man. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, man, with different positions, and it's a lot to deal with just us, man. What the Most High has put on us for us having this precious wisdom and knowledge and understanding, man. Because we once was blind. We once didn't know a damn thing, man. Now He has put this word up on us, man. And we gotta handle it. We gotta handle it right, man. You got it.
We right.
Yeah, just to back up what I was saying earlier about that word stewards in 1 Corinthians 4 verse 2, where it says a manager of a household or household affairs. Hey, we're stewards in the house of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Hey, stewards to make sure that we're walking on the right path. Stewards to make sure that the brothers are handling their affairs, and stewards over the flock, making sure they're walking in the right path. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 15. Study to shew thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman or a steward that needeth not to be ashamed. Hey, a workman that counted his cost and is able to build that house with his talents, whatever his lot is, he's constantly enduring and doing what he can. A perfect steward to manage the household affairs, as it says, rightly dividing the word of truth. And that doesn't mean just rightly dividing precepts and hitting it on the right topic, but rightly dividing the word of the truth in all aspects. How to deal with brothers, how to deal with the law, things like that. To know if you're going off, or to know when brothers are going off, and what you need to do accordingly to build yourself back up.
Yeah, look at the brother Kalal. What his name is?
Kayal.
Kayal.
Yeah.
He says, look at Moses in the position he was put in, being over Israel. Yeah.
Yeah, because by you got to think about the amount of pressure that's stored upon the men of the Lord's shoulders, man. Because our burdens are not going nowhere. So the Lord give us the strength to carry them, man. We burdened with our infirmities, all right, our issues and things we're addressing life, family members, different things. Our burdens don't get light, man. We just get stronger, man. All right.
I'm gonna say this too. Just off that comment he put, you gotta look at it in the sense like this. Like I said earlier, the Lord put this word on us. So look at the little sanctuary we have based on the whole 2/3, because 2/3 is a lot. So it's much required of us based on the 2/3 that don't have no knowledge of the Most High, man. Yeah. All right, it's nothing like you went into the scriptures. You started off with the Luke, like the Lord said, "I'm gonna bust you. Just because you know the word. I'm gonna bust your ass." Basically,
even more
double. You know, one who don't know. You know, so that's a requirement, man. You know, that's a responsibility that we gotta uphold, man.
Yeah. I got something real quick. You got that word? Bring that word out, and then Samakia, you in there, bro?
Say what now?
Oh, you can hear me? Okay. Give me Hebrew. Hold on, deck Hebrews 2 and verse 1.
Hebrew.
I got that word.
That word. Yeah, get an elder that word that he wants a requirement. And give me Hebrews 2 and 1.
That word, so like that word required is the tail. It says required to seek a thing, to seek in order to find out by thinking, meditating, reasoning, to inquire into, to seek after, aim at, strive after, to crave.
What is that?
To crave.
To crave, man.
Yeah. Hey, it says it's Sirach 14 and 20. It says, "Blessed is the man that doeth meditate good things and wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding." Because in your reasoning, all right, also allows you for what? To get your comfortability. Because in our minds, we have become comfortable with the things that's required of us. All right. Most people take offense to the things that's required of them. Because when you come in this truth, you're going to be asked to do things you normally wouldn't do. Because the Lord needs to drag out certain impurities that's in you, all right, to put proper other things in him so you can sufficiently serve him. The things that's needed for your spirit. And the things that he don't need, you're going to have to purge it out. All right. That's just the requirements of serving the Lord. Because you can't come to serve the Lord as you are. All right. The Lord got to what? Work with you. He got to add and subtract from you, man. That's the only way the Lord can start to work from you. And then you can start doing what's required of thee, man. You see? But give me that Hebrews 2.
I had one for you real fast too.
Go ahead.
But what you just said, this is James 1:19. I'm gonna read down. It says, "Wherefore, my brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, all right, and slow to wrath. For the wrath of a man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High, whereof lay apart all filthiness, all superfluity of naughtiness, and receive the meekness, the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls." And this is the point: be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
That's right. Because what's required of you is to work, man. All right. And work come by the way of labor. And labor come by the work of suffering. All right. And suffering come by the work which is commanded of you from the Lord, being unprofitable, man. All right. Because when you do something that's required of you, hey, listen, you don't need a pat on your back for that. Jake want a pat on his back for every single thing he's doing. All right. Hey, us working for the Lord is we're unprofitable servants, man. So we don't need a pat on our back to continue in the work, man. If nobody, if nobody tell me, look, man, just keep going, doing what you're doing, that shouldn't negate the fact that you continue on doing what you're doing. All right. if you ain't getting many videos or whatever, you doing what's required of you. I mean, you ain't getting a lot of views. You doing what's required of you, man. All right? Because acknowledgement come by the way of the reward of the Most High, man. He's the only, at the end all be all, that's where your requirements should lie at, man. What you're looking forward of him, from him, by him, man.
I got
through
a
him.
precept. I got a
You see?
precept. This is Luke 10, this is Luke 17:10. It says, so likewise ye, when ye have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants, we have done that which is our duty to do.
Right. And your duty is your requirement. Get that word duty. Let me get it. Get that word duty in a strong L if you can, Baba Gashar.
I'll get it.
All right.
All right. Yeah, man. It's your duty to do. All right. When you clock into work, okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, they're not gonna pay you extra for to do what you're supposed to do, man. You're gonna get paid your hourly wage.
Yeah, I got a family member. I got a family member. This chick sit up here and sign up to work at. This say she signed up to work at Popeyes as the person that makes the chicken. You sign up for that job, and then when they tell you to go do that job, you got a problem with it, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you think I'm supposed to be? That's your duty to do. That's what you signed up for, man. And sometimes at work, the shit that you signed up for, you got to go outside of that. Sometimes you got to do some paperwork. Sometimes you got to call in orders and stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, adopting. You know, requirements come by the way of adapting. Adapting, Salaki. All right, and adapt. You know, like you say, it might be on the fly. You know, with this truth. You know, you got to do things on the fly. Brother might call. Look, bro. You know, my time. I'm on a highway. Hey, you might gotta adapt. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, like I mean, we all been called, or even on Esau shit. Like you on your way home, he call you back, call you on your off day. Need to come in on a Saturday or some shit, on a Sunday to come do some shit, man. Yeah. You know, one would say that's not a part of my job description, but hey, it's in the way it is, man. You want the job, you signed up for it. You know, same thing with this word. Sometimes different responsibilities called upon you to do, man. Yeah. You know, and the Lord, a lot of times it be the Lord testing you to see how you gonna do with it, man. How you gonna deal with it. Yeah.
Even if you're in the way of alms, man, give many alms. But giving alms cover sins, man. You know, the Lord might bless you with a boatload of money. It bless the brothers. You know, I mean, it ain't something, you know, hey, it's something you won't do, man. You know your brother's short on something, you gotta fill it up, you gotta fill it in, man, especially if you're able to do so. You see? Give me that second Hebrews out, Samaki.
All right, it's Hebrews 2:1. Therefore, we ought to give the most earnest heed to the things which we have heard, lest at any time we should let them slip.
Right, and the things that we have heard been this great word of great value, which goes into the pearls. All right, we have heard it, and the Lord have given it to us. Not only have He have given it to us, He have bestowed it on our lives. All right, He said that he who mind is stayed upon me, I will keep him in perfect peace, man. All right, but we have heard this word of great value, man. And as we have heard it, we ought to give it out likewise. That's the requirement, because it's not for you, Jake. Anything you getting of the Lord, the gift of the Lord, you have borrowed that, man. The Lord allowed you to borrow it to do what you need to do. A gift coming from something of the Lord. The Lord ain't had to give you that gift, you see, but He did give it to you because there's a requirement that comes with a gift. Okay, go ahead.
All right, it's verse 2. For if the word spoken by angels was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience receive a just recompense of reward. 3. How shall we escape if we neglect so great salvation, which at which at the first began to be spoken by the Most High, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him.
Right. How we neglect if the Lord said, look, man, I've given you this, man. This is what comes with it. Salvation comes with this, man. So what's required of you is to work so you can get salvation, man. All right. It's just if at any time, all right, if the Lord can take this away from you, man, you're not entitled to this, Jake. It's just that the Lord saw fit for to give it to you, man. Ryan, give me 2 Chronicles 8 and 14, and why you come with your precept, bro. 2 Chronicles 8 and 14.
Got it.
You want me to go first or you want first?
Go ahead, yeah. Why just go with your precept that you've been holding.
All right, so you speaking about having your mind on this word, because technically when we come to serve the Lord, we lock ourselves in, we join heirs, we got big shoes to fill. So our mind has to be on a particular subject at all times, unless we fall by the wayside. This is Sirach 39 and 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtile parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversing in dark parables. And I want to jump down to 6, Sirach 39 and 6. When the great Lord will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding. He shall pour out wise sentences and give thanks unto the Lord in his prayer. So it's all on the Most High's time. It's not on your time. The Most High is going to give you a certain piece of knowledge, a certain understanding at a particular time when he knows that you can have it. Okay, because the Most High, he predestined us to do these things we're doing right now up until these times. So what more when it comes to giving a certain knowledge? He knows how much you can handle. He knows what you can handle in this aspect of life. So he knows the exact right amount to give you at each portion of time in your life, man. Not too much to take in, because you might digest so much at one time you get throwing up, man. The Most High is not like that. He deals in decency and art. He's not going to give you more than you can handle at a certain time, especially with women.
Yeah, the Lord deal with a balance, man. Like you said, too much honey, it'll burst our belly, man. So the Lord knows what's good for you. And Jake, when you approach this threshold, all right, which is the truth, and you getting built up, and you enhance it in the spirit, you cross over, man. You gotta get ready to hold your weight, because every man you see is holding their weight in the truth, man. All right, because now we do pick up brothers when they fall, all right, but we pick up brothers so they could get back on their feet and continue on holding their weight that they have to hold in the Lord, man. All right, we're not teaching men for men to depend on us, man. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for life, man. All right. So as fishers, we are required the doors that we hook on the line to teach them how to fish, man. So they could feed the flock of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man, in that order. You see, and to do it on the same foundation that's been already built for them, man. You see. But go ahead, Ryan, with that.
God, this is 2 Corinthians 8, verse 14. And he appointed, according to the order of David his father, the courses.
2 Chronicles, right?
Yeah, 2 Chronicles 8 and 14.
Yep.
And he appointed, according to the order of David his father, the courses of the priests to their service, and the Levites to their charges, to praise and minister before the priests, as the duty of every day required.
As the duty of every day required. Read that again, man.
And the Levites to their charges, to praise and minister before the priests, as the duty of every day required.
So as the duties we're charged by the Lord as our duties of every day required, man. This is an everyday thing. You shouldn't need to be motivated to serve the Lord. Now I know sometimes energy get low and You know, they dealing with afflictions and infirmities, but nobody shouldn't have to motivate you to serve the Lord, man. You should be self-motivated. This word, the fear of the Lord, the things that's happening in the earth, the rumors of wars, the jail, all this should have you invigorated to serve the Lord, man. You see? Knowing that your safety lies in the Lord, man. All right? So it says that as the duty of every day required, man, which is the point, the main premise of the video, man. To whom much is given, much is required, man. All right? Give me 2 Timothy 4 and 5, bro. And that's all I got. That's all I got. 2 Timothy 4 and 5. You got that word duty? Why have you? Because you said you was gonna get it.
Yeah, I got it. I still got it pulled up. What's it?
Come on. But hey, you know, and that's the parameters of this walk, man. You know, so Jake, and it's required of us to go the straight way too, man. So prepare your soul for temptation, man. That's part of the walk. Everything that comes with the walk, man, just accept it, Jake. I mean, you can't get around it anyways. Hey, we gotta learn to accept the things we can't change, man. In a serenity way. And the things for this truth or these straits that we gotta engage. All right, we gotta just remain activists, man. Remain proactive in the truth, man. Understanding what the Lord wants us to do. Ryan, give me Micah 6 and 8.
Come.
I got that duty to holding it.
All right, come.
Got a 2 Timothy. See.
Give me the Micah 6 and 8 real quick.
Come. This is Micah 6 verse 8. He has shewed thee, O man, what is good.
Yeah.
And what doth Yahweh require? And what doth Yahweh require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy power.
Yep. Hey, and that's our and that. Hey, if you do that, man, you'll be all right, man. To walk humbly, you know, is the fear of the Lord and humility, and you're gonna do what's required of the Lord if you fear the Lord. All right, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, so you're gonna go in the ways of wisdom, the law. All right, His law, statutes, and commandments. You're gonna cleave to them, build a wall of them around yourself, man, and you're gonna be within the confinements of that, man. And you're gonna be all right, Jake. You know, you don't gotta be Superman, come in the truth and be Superman, man. You just gotta hold your weight, man. All right, you just gotta hold your weight, and you're gonna be all right, man. You see, go ahead on, why you?
Kind of that word duty. It says duty, Ophelia, Ophilo. It says to owe that which is due, the goodwill due.
Wait, it says to owe, Salaki. I couldn't hear you good. It says to owe, O-W-E.
O-W-E.
Yeah, to owe. That's a requirement. When you owe something, you're required to demand it or commanded to pay it, man. So as the Lord have freely given us, okay, He have required labor for his word. Like, I'm gonna give you gifts in my word, all right? You know, the gift of tongues, the gifts of hands of healing, all right, prophesying, okay, apostles, okay. As I have given my word to you freely, I have required labor for exchange, man. You see, in that order, that's working and flipping your talents, man. Go ahead.
It says to be bound, to be under obligation.
Obligatory. Under obligation, man. When you obligated to do something, you better do it. And if you're around this truth or want to be part of this truth, you better get ready to do it. And you better do it, of the Lord. Yeah, I said it. You better do it. There ain't no other way around nothing, man. You know, that's to the men on this live stream and Abarak to all the men that's serious and sincere in the Lord. You better do the work. All right? Go ahead, I.
To be a debtor.
Yeah, to be a debtor. One who's a debtor, he owe his debts, man. All right?
I got a precept real fast. for the one of them. This is 15:27 says. Let me see. Yeah, Romans 15:27 said it verily in their debtors are, for it is the Gentiles who being partakers of the spiritual things, their duties is also to minister to them that are the carnal things. It goes into something else. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we are debtors because the main person that we are in debt to is Yahweh Shai, man. All right. He paid for basically his life, all right, to free us, all right, to make us basically he's the mediator between us and the Most High. We in debt to him. We in debt to Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Just when you come into the word and understand this thing, you owe him something, man. And all he asks is to do the works. That's all, man. All right. Keep the laws and commandments to the best. That's all he asks. Shake back like the Lord asked him to bend over backwards, man. Go. No, that's not it. Let me see. You got it.
Yeah. Give me that 2 Timothy.
All right. It's 2 Timothy 4:5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. You say something?
No, I'm finding the scripture that I was meaning to pull. That wasn't it. Go ahead, you got it.
All right, this 2 Timothy 4:5. But watch thou in all things, endure affliction.
He breaking up.
Breaking up.
Yeah, somebody else probably to get it from him.
2 Timothy 4:5.
Yep.
Come.
You got a while?
Yeah, somebody gotta get it. And when you do get it, get the word, do the work.
I got it.
The work.
2 Timothy 4:5, right?
Yes.
This is 2 Timothy 4:5. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
Right. So the requirement of us is to make full proof of our ministry, man. Understanding the things that we have heard and learned, all right, that we are able to teach others also, man. But in the route of teaching others also, man, we must understand that we have to endure afflictions and we got to do the work. Get that word, the work?
Okay.
You want me to get it?
I got it.
Come on.
All right. It's that word, the work. It says, Strong's G2041. It says, ergon, business, employment, that which anyone is occupied.
So this is a business. This is an employment. You are occupied. If your mind is occupied, like the brother I brought out, if your mind is occupied in prophecy, then you're going to be doing the work of the Lord, man. All right? This is a business, an employment. Okay? This is business to the Lord. And if you ain't getting it done, then it become personal, man. All right? If I hired you and you're not fit for the job, it's personal with me. So I'm going to fire you, and getting fired to the Lord is like killing your ass. All right? When the Lord fire you, he kill you.
Yeah, he made many statements like, I be about my Father's business. Romans 12:11. It says, not slothful in business, but fervent in spirit.
Yep.
Another scripture go into business too, though.
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going out.
I got it right here. I found it. I found it real quick. This is Acts 6:3. It says, therefore, brethren, look ye out among ye 7 men, honest of an honest report, full of the Holy Spirit and wisdom, whom we may appoint over this business.
Yeah. That we may appoint over this business, which is 144,000 men that the Lord have appointed over this business in this time. All right, to what? Get the business clear, man. And you know, Lord willing, the brothers that's out there doing the work in truth and sincerity, they getting the business, man. They have occupied themselves to where this is, look, I'm going to work rain, sleet, snow, sunny, mud. It could be raining bullets outside. I'm going to work, man. All right. Until the Lord say what? That's it, man. Y'all on vacation. Y'all on a permanent vacation. And that's when we what? We ain't going out and working no more. All right. And we have got the fulfillment of the Lord because we worked. All right. We worked our work. You see?
PTO.
Huh?
We getting PTO.
Yeah, we getting paid time off, man. Permanently. All right. That's for working when it's brick cold. Our nose running. All right. We sick as dogs, you know. Hey, come on, man. We still working. When our woman won't go somewhere, children crying and shit. You know, we still like, look, I gotta work. We'll get to that later. And if we don't get there, it is what it is. I gotta do more work. It get to the point where you know, your daughter asks me, Daddy, where you going? Talk about your house shot? Yeah. Man. You know? Yeah, where you going? She answered for me. You gonna talk about your house shot? You know, like, so it become a part of you. It's supposed to become your life. It's supposed to become your everything. You see? But finish that out wide.
That's right. And the latter end of it says, any product, whatever, anything accomplished by hand, art, industry, or mind.
Yep. Right. And the product is this word. The Lord have given us a job, and he have given us the word, which is the product. That's what we produce with. For him, we produce what? Like men who are like-minded. Who's going to come into this thing and produce? Who's going to what? They're not going to be standing by the aisles. What did it say? The men that were standing by the vineyard and it was idle, yeah, or something like that. Yeah, he stand by the standing. Yahushua can't. Why stand ye idle, man? All right, you can't be idle, Jake. You got to have your hands working. Get in the vineyard and start working. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it said they were leaning against the walls in the marketplace.
Yeah, in the marketplace, you got to be getting busy. Hey, we buying and selling with what? The word, man. All right. We buying and selling with the word. Yeah, go ahead.
We go every weekend to the Agora, man. That's the marketplace.
Yep.
Get it's Acts 10. Well, I just
Acts 10.
Finish that last one out right there, Raya.
Oh, so like I thought he said.
Grab that Raya for him. Acts 10 for them.
It says the act, deed, thing done.
Right. Your deed, your requirement. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says the idea of working to that which is less. Let's see. It says
no, working is emphasized.
The idea of working is talakia. The idea of working is emphasized in, I think it's opposition to that which is
in opposite that which didn't work, which is just saying in opposition. But go to the strong definition.
Kind of Strong's, it says work and countless times for business employment, that which anyone is occupied, labor.
No, it says
toil.
You missed one. It says toil. Toil, man. You missed that one. Which
I said it.
Oh, you said it, Salak. Yeah, toil, man. And act, deed, doing a labor or work. That's the requirements of you, Jake, for when you come to serve the Lord. But go ahead, get the other what you got. That's all I had, bro.
Besides, putting the work in, you gotta be able to put the work in to the point where you're on the block, man. In the marketplace, the Agora. And get that word, it's Acts 16 and 19 to be exact, and it's the word marketplace in the Strong's.
Let me get it on my phone.
Yeah, that's all I had, bro. You got it.
This is Acts 16 and 19. And when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers.
Right.
And that word marketplace in the Strongs is
Agora.
G58, agora, an assembly, especially of people, the place of assembly, for public debating, for elections, for trials.
Yeah, you gotta go to the agora. You gotta go to the place of debating. You can't be on a goddamn highway off the road and they got cows and shit out there, man. You know, you just in a remote area somewhere where you can actually excuse me. Somebody can come up and ask a question and debate you. Somebody can see you. Yeah. You gotta put it up there, man. Where somebody can get on the comment board and see you and comment, thumbs down, whatever shit like that, man. It's a lot coming, man. But the point is doing it. Being able to do it, being able to, get your foot under you to understand what's going on, understand the scriptures, and go out and do it, man. There's nothing else to be worried about this shit. Just go get it done. All right, you gotta have the will and the power to do so too, man. And if
Another
say it, man. First, you got to get traction up on you, man. Right now, if you start off, you just spinning your wheels. Now you got to get traction to actually start making ground, man. That's about it.
Hey, yeah, but you're on point with John 7 and 4. It says, if any man do it, anything in secret and seek it to be known openly, show thyself to the world, which that's a requirement too. You serve the Lord, you got to show yourself to the world. You got to put a garment on. All right, like these are look. This is the requirements, man. All right, because the priest, what you think the priest did before they went into the sacred of the Most High? They had to follow them requirements, man. Or the Most High was gonna put them out. You see,
the Lord already said, man, he that is basically ashamed of me, I should be ashamed of him in that day, basically.
Yeah.
Paraphrase. Yeah. Going the highway, he said that ashamed to wear your garment. All right, the people that you know in the other world and family members see you, the Lord gonna be ashamed of you in that day.
That's right.
It is what it is, though, man. Like I say, you can't get around it. You can't try to make up your own rules. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You gotta wanna basically get and find out what's going on, man. Instead of doing your own thing. But go ahead, you got it. Let's see.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, it all comes back down to not having faith. If you're ashamed and being out there and being seen, you don't have faith in that Yahweh, that what Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai said is going to come to pass is going to come to pass. Because I mean, of course, we're in these bodies, and you'll get thoughts and stuff like that being out there. But if you're truly ashamed to go out there, you're not looking to get that incorruptible crown. Like you just, all these things that you've seen before you, it's in a very short while, it's not going to exist or mean anything. The only thing that's going to matter at the end of the day is that you stood 10 toes down, kept your hand on the plow, and was that good workman working toward your salvation.
Hey, I'll give it to you like this. I'll sum it up for G. Sacrifice requirement of brotherly love requirement, commitment requirement. Never start. If you start working, not looking back and taking your hand off the plow, requirement. All right. Charity requirement. Giving animals requirement. All right. All the requirements is in the book of the law. Just look at what's required of you and go out and do it to the best of your ability, man. That's it. Because you're responsible for it. If you don't do it, the Lord gonna hold you in contempt, man. So you gotta do it. That's what a requirement is, a must do. But that's all I had on it.
I got one.
Like the scripture said, be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. We'll go later on. It said something about a man basically deceiving himself, like a man looking into a looking glass or something like that. You fooling yourself. You know, you basically fooling yourself, man. Right? But you got.
And you go away and forget what manner of man you is. Because what you do, you walk away from the requirements that was required of you, man. Just do it, Jake. Go ahead.
I think in the same chapter they talk about being a forgetful hearer, man. Basically, you're not taking nothing in. You just hearing his words, just going one ear and out the other, man. Yep. You're not receiving it. You're not applying it. You're not doing nothing.
And some guys not even a hearer. Some guys are just deaf. They're just a body. They're not even they're just present, man. They just because when you come in this word, you got like a sponge, man. You have a new sponge, old sponge. If you throw that sponge in water and then take it back out, what's gonna happen? That sponge is now it's heavy because it absorbs all the water that they can. Same thing when you come into this word, you have to be a sponge, man. You have to absorb what's going on, absorb scriptures, and then you have to, you have to grow, man. You gotta show some type of growth, man. All right, you can't be like a stagnant river, man. You gotta be flowing always, man. When you're seeing guys that just body, they just in the camp. There's no soul, no spirit about them, no zeal. They just here. Shalom, and that's just it, man. Every time it comes around to getting in and getting sharper and iron, man. Like I say all the time, getting the gordito crunch. It gone somewhat, man. They gonna get a quesadilla, some goddamn what, something. Taking a shower and shit. But hey, you can't be that guy, man. You shouldn't want to be that guy. You should want to be better than that. All right.
Hey,
you gotta make it. You gotta make it important. I know school and Esau's curriculum is bullshit, but when you come into the truth, you gotta. This is dire serious. I must get this, man, because when the lights go off, and all hell break loose, and it is no more of the scriptures. Scriptures, they outlaw the Bible, because that's what they plan on doing in certain states, outlawing the scriptures and stuff. When they do that, man, what you gonna have then? You soaked up here in your mind to actually keep you straight, keep you stable when all hell break loose. If you've been fucking it off for 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 years or so, you don't have nothing. Hey, all hell break loose, you won't have nothing again. Nothing to guide you, man. Nothing to navigate you through all this hell that's gonna come, man. It is what it is. You gotta say something though, all right? Right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, hey, if you got that ho hum Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh spirit coming around and just seeing that spirit, do the brothers a favor and stay away from us, because we don't want those demons getting on us.
Yeah. Hey, listen. So Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, man. Fear God and keep the commandments. But this is the whole dude of man. Simple, Jake. Get with it, bro. Hey, look, get with it or get lost, man. Because remember, the Lord don't need you. He don't need none of us, man.
Get with it, get under it. One of the two.
Yeah. Get with it or get cut like you ugly. But hey, Lord willing, this was edifying and exhorting to the brothers that need it, man. And of course to the whole elect first and foremost, man, and then to those that cleave to the body. But with that, we want to say Shabbat Shalom, huh?
Yeah, I just have one quick one.
All right, go ahead.
This is 2 Corinthians 9. I'm gonna start at 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain.
Yep.
And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible crown.
That's right. So our requirement fulfills immortality and everlasting life. And then there's a requirement for an earthly consolation, which requires debt and suffering and misery and pain, man. In that order. You see? So you could be required of yourself, Jake. We're going to see how far that gets you, man. But have a requirement of the Lord and live to fulfill that matter, man. That you may please him who created you, man. All right? That have given you this thing to serve him. But with that, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and as it says, you got people in this world that are going after that corruptible crown. They do everything they can to get that bag, to build up their bank account, to please Esau and the system to get what they want. On this side, which is all just vanity and folly. So how much more us that know that we have the true truth, the understanding to everything, and to know that if we stand 10 toes down and don't take our hand off the plow and do everything that's required of us, we're going to get those incorruptible crowns, immortality and rulership and dominion for eternity.
Yeah.
That is it. Follow the yellow brick road, Jake. Follow Psalms 40 and 7, man. For lo, he come in the volume of the book is written of him. And I guarantee through thy precepts, you're going to hate every false way, man. You're going to love the way of the requirement of the Lord. You're going to be in good hands, Jake, like all state, man. Trust in the Lord, you know. Hey, but, you know, hey, once again, man, y'all, there's everything. Y'all brothers got everything out?
Yeah, that's it.
God.
Hey, man, Lord willing, it was exhorting to you brothers that need that, man. You know, and to whom it may concern, I hope y'all got the larger picture out of this, man. But with that, you know, I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom. We're going to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, double honors to the elders and apostles that do teach and rule well, GMS, and Shalom to you, Akim, that's pushing in truth and sincerity. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.